This is the entrance to Binna Burra. This is a national park in the Gold Coast hinterland. Today, I'm going to go on about a 20-kilometre hike. The name of the track is called Mount Holbury. It'll take us all the way down to the New South Wales border through this stunning rainforest. It'll be a hard track. It's a lot of hills. Much of the path is quite loosely made and not very level. These paths here look alright because they're at the beginning, but this should be exciting. Beautiful nature, beautiful wildlife, beautiful flora. Let's get going. So we're now about 2 kilometres into the hike, and we've come to a fork in the road where the track splits up. It's been a bit wet. The track's a little bit washed out in places. It gets a bit treacherous, but you can't let anything stop you. Just have a look at some of the beauty of this foliage, the rainforest canopy. It's a bit cloudy today because of the recent storms, but it's beautiful. It's just a really tranquil place to be. This is another track leading off to Talabalal. We're not going that way. We're going this way. This area where we're walking today in Binna Burra, it's actually part of a water catchment that supplies water for the Gold Coast and the areas around it, Scenic Rim, those sorts of places. Because of the conservation nature of this park, we have to be careful, and we have got to sort of practice minimal impact. Otherwise, when it rains, all the waste and rubbish that you leave in the park, it'll just wash into the catchment, into the creeks, it'll pollute the water. So any food that we bring in, we've always got to make sure that we bring it out. That includes things like rubbish, cigarette butts, if that's your thing, though I think if you're smoking, you're not going to be able to come too far into this park. It's a bit hilly. Make sure if you need to take a dump, do it off the track. Probably go about maybe 100 metres. Make sure you can find the track back. It really makes a difference. This is a very clean park. Keep Queensland beautiful. Have a look at this rainforest tree here. Now, I don't know many of the types of trees off by heart. This is a particularly tall one. These ones you can find right throughout the park. But of particular notice, take note of these offshoots, I guess, in the bottom of the tree. They're called buttresses, and they can get to be rather large. Now, as far as I'm aware, I read a while ago that even today, biologists still don't understand the purpose for this sort of growth. I just find them really interesting to look at. And see also within them, they form almost like a micro-environment that plays host to a number of different insects. I don't know if you can see, there's a little spider in there, and there's some web in there. You can see little fruits have fallen into the webs as well. So there's quite a bit of life that depends on these sorts of things. But yeah, really nifty looking stuff. You can see there's a smaller tree here. It's got smaller versions of the buttresses and vines as well. I'll talk to you about vines later on, but I just wanted to show you this tree, which is on the way. So we've been descending now for another couple of K. You can see all the way up this valley. This forms sort of a depression in the side of the mountain, and consequently a creek's formed. You can see all this sort of creek foliage. I'm going to see if I can get you up higher to have a look at this. It's a beautiful little part of the track. The water is crossing the track. And you can see that here. Quite nice. Now, all that time that we've been walking, that last 2k has been all downhill, and we know what that means. This is going to make for a really interesting return journey. I just thought this was a particularly nice place to show you. So this tree here, this is called blackbutt. It's quite a noble tree. It's not dead. If you look right up in the canopy there, you'll see that it's growing. It's pretty high up there. It's a fairly large tree, and it's called such because of these outgrowths on the side of the trunk. I don't know what causes that. I just think, again, looks cool. This is a bit of a clearing. I think a tree's fallen over here, and the rangers have been up here to cut it down, make sure the path is navigable. There's another valley goes down there. There's a big waterfall near here on Coomera Creek, but that's off another track. We're not going there today. This is where all this water ends up. See if we can't get you a little bit higher. We're about a quarter of the way into the hike now, and I've just come across this really nice lookout. So I just wanted to take some video of it. I'm not sure the video is going to be able to do this justice. The field of view that's taken up by those trees at distance is just immense. You can see over there, about there, you can see that there's still some clouds hanging over the taller mountains. It's been a bit rainy recently. That's why the track's so wet. And when I say wet, I mean it's pretty bad. I've almost fallen a few times. I've slipped, but nothing's going to stop this boy. So just have a look at the beauty here. I mean, it's really quite stunning. You can probably see the foliage has changed a little bit. It's not as rainforesty as I guess it was before. Now that'll change up ahead further. It'll go back into that. But we've just come out into this more dry, gum-like forest. See these sort of needled trees, needled leaves. These eucalypts over here. I'll show you where I'm sitting. We've just come off the path up there. There's this rocky area. It's quite nice. See if I can't extend you right over the side, because we're pretty much on a cliff here, if you can see that. I'm surprised I don't have any leeches, to be honest. Forgive the video for a minute. I might even cut this out later. You might be able to hear there's a waterfall not too far away, just down in the valley. Also, because it's so wet, bloody mosquitoes everywhere. Now, when I get to heaven, that's a question I'm answering. What were you thinking about mosquitoes? I hate them. Seeing some pretty large blue tongues. No snakes, thank goodness. Bloody hell, mozzies. No flies. I prefer the flies over the mozzies. Gee, that's nice. Okay, rockers, I've got a very good surprise for you guys. This little critter you rarely, if ever, see. And I've just stumbled across a rather large one. And he's going, what do you want? This is a freshwater crayfish. Let me take you down a little bit so you can meet him. He might snap at you, but he's not going to break the camera. See him? See the colours? Now, clearly, you know, you're used to what you'd see on the dinner plate from a lobster, but this guy's got claws. This is like a cross between a lobster and a crab. What a cutie! Well, this is a big surprise. A big surprise because we rarely see these guys. Well, we're going to let him go so that he doesn't feel so what the hell's going on, and we're going to continue on our journey. Bye, Crabby. Bye-bye. All right. And we found him in just this little rivulet that comes down from up there and goes on down to the waterfall. What a cutie. Okay guys, here we are a little bit further down the track and we've come across our first waterfall. Doesn't that sound lovely? I'm going to change the field of view and see if that helps. Okay. See if I can't get you a little bit closer. That waterfall is going from all the way up this mountain. We've arrived at our next waterfall. This is called Coomera Falls. This is one of the largest falls on the Gold Coast. So I'm just going to rest here a little bit and recharge. Just absorb the lush green view. It's beautiful. You can smell moist, clean air. And you can hear that waterfall. It's just a lovely place to be. You know, out of interest, only about 3% of the Earth's water is fresh. And Australia is the driest continent in the world. But we have more water per person than anyone else. That's probably because there's so few of us. This is also the largest waterfall in Lamington National Park. And it feeds 4 river catchments: the Albert, the Coomera, the Nerang and the Tweed. This particular waterfall is very clean and it's very high quality because the catchment's all within this national park. It's a real privilege walking here. And I'm just going to show you the waterfall now. We're pretty high up. You can see down there. You wouldn't want to fall down there. That's that other waterfall on the side here. This waterfall is the one I showed you before. And the river valley goes all the way down here and out on the other side of those mountains there. Just changing the field of view a little bit. I don't want to lose my GoPro, but I'm going to put you out over the edge for a little bit. Now we're totally alone. I haven't seen anybody else on this whole track system so far. We're about 6k in. This is a little buttress that has been built over the top of the fall so we can walk out here and look. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This is Queensland, folks. This is my home. The drop down here is just amazing. I don't think I'm a real abseils guy. I don't mind the heights if there's a fence, but my God, I wouldn't want to be going over on the cliffs on something like that. Yet I can jump out of a plane. How bizarre is that? No problems. Jump out of the plane without thinking. Climb down there? No bloody way. Not a chance. Just stupid stuff. Good luck to people. I'll enjoy the view. So this is Coomera Creek. We've just got to cross this creek to enable us to go one further. Lovely place. Okay guys, I'm going to try and sneak some underwater shots, see if there's anything under there that you might be able to see. This is great exercise. See these stairs? High, crooked, made of stone. This is man stuff. All in the rainforest. This is great stuff to get into ya. Burn off that fat, get you fit. See you soon. How nice is this watering hole? Little beach to the right, little area to swim in, right under a waterfall. This is gorgeous. The beautiful sun beaming through the canopy. Hopping along creeks. This area, Lamington National Park, is a World Heritage Area. Pristine, never touched. The perfect walk to complement a high carb, raw, vegan lifestyle. Make your bodies sing. This is called Binna Burra Creek, Binna Burra Falls, and it's on the Coomera Creek. Amazing what you can find on a tiny level. Wow, these little tackers are out in force today. The name of these falls are Nerringomindalala. I'm not making that up. But I think the Aborigines do. I think they have a joke with us. Because this is not a word. This is just a random assortment of letters. It's like they had some Scrabble pieces left over and didn't know what to do with them. So that's what they've named this waterfall. Regardless, it's beautiful. This is much more normal. And doesn't this sound better? Dragoon bird. Almost like dragon bird. Creek. It's not much of a creek, but the name's good at least. Maybe they should swap them around.
Well, you are the fourth person, second group that I've met in 7 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't met anyone else today. I did the Coomera circuit. I took a wrong turn.
Okay.
I was going to do the Mount Hobby circuit, but ended up on the Coomera somewhere down there. So I got to the falls and I've gone, I recognise this. This shouldn't be on the track. I thought I'd just keep going.
Yeah.
You can always come back. Who wouldn't want to come back to this?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's carry in, carry out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just thought, well, I need to do a dry run, so hence why
So this is it?
Yeah, and every time you go walking you learn.
Oh, for sure,
And
for
every
sure.
time you go camp, it's only coast over 2 days.
Wow.
But the genesis was 12 months before, I was sitting on 93 kgs
Mm.
at a Melbourne Cup function, and this bloke from Marta Foundation, which is this lot, walks up and says, "Reg, you should do the 100k walk." I say, "Yeah, I'll do the 100k walk." Righto, Reg. Well, if I'm going to do 100k's, I need to.
And so finally we end up at the Binna Burra picnic area.
100k's.
It's about 4:15, 4:30. Total distance of just under 18 kilometres. My calves are saying hello, hello in a big way. If I can walk tomorrow, it'll be a miracle. I have a church exercise morning tomorrow, so I hope that they do, but I can't see it. Hasn't God created a magnificent creation? See you all next time.